Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. So today I've got Terry Rousseau from Terrific Ideas with me
Hi.
today. Hi, Terry. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. So I believe you've had quite a rushed, crazy morning.
Oh, typical. Every morning's a rushed, crazy morning.
I've had one of those mornings. So I was making my first cup of coffee of the morning. I filled the kettle. I got my coffee cup ready. I was just doing a couple of things with the kids. I come back, I pour my coffee. I realized I haven't put the kettle on. So
nice.
I put my coffee in the microwave because it's cold water, and I put it on too long, so the whole thing bubbles over in the microwave. So that's how my morning started.
That's not a good
and
start.
Then I was sitting here ready for my live, but then I started doing class mom group stuff, and I'm busy and I'm busy and I'm busy, and then I suddenly realized, hang on, you've forgotten you're doing a live, and it's like 5:02.
I know.
My brain is not on at all. Cool. So everybody, who knows what Kitty Calm is? I've known about Kitty Calm since my daughter was a young baby, and we've absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite products. And then, so Terry, forgive me if I call your company Terrific Naturals. I know you've done the change, but for the last 10 years, in my brain, it's Terrific Naturals, but it's changed now to Terrific Ideas. So if I make the mistake, please excuse me. So you do the Kitty Calm and you do the Rainbow.
Yes, that's right. So we started 12 and a half years ago was when Kitty Calm basically emerged. The company has grown over the 12 years. We sort of distribute across South Africa through agents, but we also export to various countries. And then just over 3 years ago, we homeschool our girls, and my one daughter at the time, she was 9, and she came to me one day. She says she wants to do something, sell something to make some money. So we started playing around with a few Play-Doh ideas, and just happened to be that there was a market that we were hosting that weekend on our farm. And she sold out on the first day. It was such a hit that she just then decided to keep going. And Rainbow, that was meant to be pocket money for my daughter, kind of grew a bit big, that she's no longer involved in it, and we're now running it full time for her. And again, we're also distributing across the country, and we're exporting as well. So yeah, Rainbow and Kitty Calm are my two businesses that keep me very busy.
Oh, fantastic. So just a disclosure, I was actually an agent for Terrific Ideas a couple of years ago when I had, when Kaboki was a baby toddler store. And I can tell you it is really, really popular. I had my stores was online, and then at one stage I opened a little shoppy for a year or two. And most of the people that came in were specifically looking for the Kitty Calm. So that was like a big, big draw card for me. And now I don't sell Kitty Calm anymore, but my sister-in-law moved to the area mid-lockdown.
Yes.
And she said to me, what can I do? And I'm like, Kitty Calm's the thing. So she's now selling Kitty Calm. And her feedback is that the Rainbow flies off the shelves.
We have company.
Oh, that's okay. Like I said to you, I once had a in my video while I was at my mum's farm. So, cats, goats, Reeboks, children, everything.
I feel like I'm the Kipnis right now with the cat in the background. I'm competing with it.
That's perfect. I love that. Okay, so just a reminder, you can win a Kitty Calm Blueberry Pop refill with a trio Rainbow. And you can also win a Kitty Calm Marshmallow refill with a trio Rainbow. So jump into the comments and you could win. We'll announce winners later. Oh, I love, and there's also adults, not Kitty Calm. It's called My Time. Am I right?
My Time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the adult. I love the passion for
My Time got its range from kids calming and bathing, calming, going to sleep early, and then moms deserving their own My Time in the form of a bubble bath. So that's where My Time came from.
Yeah, and you've got the pure time as well. So women that are
We do.
breastfeeding or skin allergies
Yes.
or eczema or anything like that, it's not quite as fun because all the others have got colors
They're not
and
bubbles.
bubbles. No, it's nice, but like I like the bubbles and the water turns blue or pink.
Yes.
I'm very much into my bath stuff. So it's on that side, it's not as fun, but the therapeutic side is still top notch. And that sold quite well because I had a lot of pregnant ladies coming and wanting it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So let's just check. What do we have in the comments? Oh, there's quite a lot already. Let's have a look. Rebecca, what a great start to my day. Yeah, that sort of stuff should happen on a Monday morning, not a Friday morning. Fridays are supposed to be smooth, relaxed, calm, leading into the weekend.
No,
Monday mornings,
but
if
Lynn,
you start
if it starts on a Monday, the whole week ends up like that. So Friday is good. Then you've made it through the week. Friday is good to have a bad day.
Look, I had my coffee. I'm here for the live. I'm not sitting making notes for the class group, so that's all good. Wow, lots of good mornings. Tanya, that's amazing. Thank you. Jill, good morning, beautiful people. Laken, that prize would be awesome. I can guarantee you it's a fantastic prize. And the Play-Doh is marketed for kids, but I've seen adults, like you've got it's very therapeutic. So it's got the smells, it's got the color.
But it's good for arthritis, sore hands. It's a calming tool. It's a stress release. So for adults, it's great fun.
Perfect. Yeah, I totally agree. Anna Marie used Kitty Calm for her son that's got ADHD. Oh, that's awesome. Here we've got Antoinette. She wants to know, would the pure range work on an eczema-like rash?
Definitely. So the Pure Time is color-free and bubble-free. It's also infused with coconut oil, so it helps to moisturize the skin using a natural moisturizer as opposed to a chemically created brand that you would buy off the shelf. It's quite a complex understanding as to why Pure Time or why magnesium sulfate works for eczema, but it works on two levels. So eczema can tend to be a fungal or bacterial infection of the skin or a form of a dermatitis. And the salt is a natural antiseptic and disinfectant. So when you bath in the salt, you're cleansing the outside of the body, but you're also absorbing the salt. And a lot of the time, what can cause eczema is all your artificial colorants, preservatives, and additives that are in food, flavorants, colorants, MSGs, all of that. Most of these additives, your body can't break them down. And it can take it's almost like black pepper. It can take up to 10 or 12 years for your body to break down those additives. And it builds up like a toxic buildup in the body that when you bath in the salt, because the salt is a natural detox, it rids, enjoying the roosters in the background, it rids the body of all those additives. And with that helps to alleviate the eczema. So the salt, Kitty Calm, and the Pure Time both can be used on eczema and sensitive skin. We do always just encourage, though, when it's a first-time use and they have got a bad eczema breakout, start with the Pure Time range. And then when the bag is finished, you can very comfortably progress over onto the Kitty Calm or the My Time range and enjoy the bubbles.
Perfect. For anybody that doesn't know, Terry's on a farm and that's her rooster. So that's going to be coming in and out. So now, on the detox side, like I've heard great things about detox baths. And for anybody following my live videos, I put my back out last year in a very, very bad way. I get sciatica every now and then I go for body release stress sessions to, ease the pain and get my body all aligned and sort it out. But because it was end of year and everything was so busy, I kept pushing it off to the stage where I put my back out completely. And the lady said to me, after each session, I must bath in bicarb of soda. And I did that. But also my sister-in-law came over and she dropped off a blueberry pop for me because she had on stock.
Oh, nice.
As a gift.
Even better.
And it really, really helped, drain out all of the toxins and detox me. So yeah, I used that in a therapeutic way last year, and I was so grateful. Bicarb's nice, but to have the bubbles and the blue bath, it's just for me tops.
So the magnesium sulfate is basically a natural anti-inflammatory and natural muscle relaxant. So it's really good for pulled muscles, injured muscles, training muscles, and even growing pains, because it helps feed the muscle. It's called vasodilatation. So it's basically oxygen being fed back into the muscles and replenishing all the missing nutrients and salts and things that your muscles need. And that's why the salts work so well for muscle spasms and pulled out backs and joints and sciatica and growing pains.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So thank you very much for that. We've got Rebecca saying that her daughter's got a very sensitive skin, but the Kitty Calm is amazing and it didn't irritate her. Yeah, on that note, my daughter had a lot of infections, when she was a baby. She was very sensitive, but the Kitty Calm was absolutely perfect. We've got Natasha. She's homesick today with flu, and being pregnant, you can't take much. Oh, I remember those. Oh, today
she's sick.
You said dick in my live video. Me doing stuff like that. So thanks for the giggle, Natasha. Yeah, and I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's not much you can do for flu. I remember I used to take ginger, lemon, and honey tea and baths. That was about it. Okay, I'm going to take that off because that's very rude, Natasha. I didn't see that before I clicked on your comment. Oh, and here's a comment about your wall decor. She loves it. It's got a cute Christopher Robin in her baby's room.
That one. That's, I don't know if you can see it. So we actually homeschool our girls. And one of our tutors about a year ago started a gratitude jar. So every day after class, because my girls are typical sisters that fight and clash, every day after class, they had to write a little gratitude comment and pop it in a jar. And then the jar got a bit full. So then I decided to get them to actually create a gratitude tree. So all of those are actually gratitude comments that the girls write down every day after school.
Is that for gratitude in general, or is that gratitude for each other?
In general. Trying for each other, but in general is good. It's a start.
I'm just making notes because my kids, they get on very well, mostly when they're not trying to kill each other. So there's a big time love-hate thing going on, and the quarrels. Oh, yeah. It's like I can't handle it. Cool. Okay, so Antoinette says, awesome. She's definitely going to get some. Rebecca's laughing at your rooster.
He's mean. He attacks you if you walk past him. He's not a very friendly one. So
my parents got us, it's me, my two sisters, when we were little, in primary school, my parents got 3 roosters, one for each of us. We named one Kentucky, one fried, one chicken. And they were these white roosters. And they grew up to be the most fearsome. Like they would attack the horse and the dog. The dog was scared of them. And then eventually, I don't know what happened to them, but the rooster was attacking the one dog a lot. And then the one morning, the rooster was gone. There were a couple of feathers, and then there was a claw in his poop the next day. Anyway, we think we know what happened to that rooster, and we're very grateful. They were absolutely awful. So yeah, I know about violent roosters. It's terrible. We've got Mishka saying that's awesome for growing pains. My daughter also is starting to get growing pains in her legs. So I'm going to have to speak to my sister-in-law and get some more stock.
Get some, yes.
Oh, a lot of stuff about growing pains. Antoinette as well. All 4 kids. Oh.
Okay, so can I add a comment to that one with the 4 kids? So when you buy Kitty Calm, this is a 2.5 kilo bag, which is technically what we call a month's supply for one child. So yes, when you have 4 kids, you are going to need more of this. On the back of the bag, we've got clear directions on how to use the salt, and there is a scoop inside. But what happens in families of 3 or 4 kids is they tend to share the bath or top up each time one gets in. So what you would do with the dosage is you base the dosage on the oldest child and you add 4 scoops. And then for every additional child getting in the bath, you add an extra 2 scoops. So you can't just put a dose and expect all 4 kids to benefit, because obviously your body is absorbing it, so they're pulling it out of the water. So yeah, just when you've got one or two or three, or more than one child, and you've got 2 or 3 that share a bath, please read the directions carefully. You do need to up the dosage, and just always base it on the oldest child, and then add 2 for every additional child.
Perfect. And then just another question on that, with the dosages and bathing and stuff, how long must the child be in the water? I mean, obviously if they get in, dip and jump out, it's not going to have an effect.
So we always suggest that water needs to be at least, if we can call it waist height, or that the legs are covered. The legs must be under the water, or that depth, in other words. So leg height, waist height. With that dosage that we suggest per age group is they need to be in the water for at least 15 to 20 minutes. The reason is the salt, it works on a reverse osmosis. So between the salty water and your body, there needs to get to a point of an equilibrium, and only then do you start absorbing. And it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for that point to reach before you start absorbing. So we always say 15 to 20 minutes is a good time. Longer, even better. So if you can put your kids in the bath and just leave them, that's the best thing you can do.
Oh, that's stunning. I don't have that problem because, for me personally, because I climb in the bath and I stay there until like you got to get out or you're going to freeze.
Yeah.
Or top it up depending on how much hot water there is. So, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, Lake and your kids also trying to kill each other. Oh, it drives me crazy. It's like a non-stop battle. And Nicolette says the product also helps for headaches.
Hey, Nicolette. She's one of our agents. She's amazing.
Yeah, Nicolette. Yeah, I mean, so fantastic. Natasha wants to know, is there anything you can use for home remedies for heartburn? Okay, well, that's completely off topic. But I believe you can drink bicarbonate soda, but if you're pregnant, that's maybe not such a great idea. I'm not sure if that's safe for pregnancy. Something that helped me with my second pregnancy, I didn't know during my first, but I had really bad heartburn, is, funny enough, chewing gum. I wrote a post on my website about it, and it works quite well. It's cheap. It's easy to carry around in your handbag. So give that a go. That was something that helped me, and I believe it's helped lots of other moms. So, yeah. We got another comment from Mishka. Does Kitty Calm help for kids waking up during the night?
Absolutely. So, again, it's a complex understanding of how the salt works. When most people who start using the salt, it's because their kids are not sleeping or sleeping through. What I need to stress is please do not expect a 4-week-old to sleep through. They can't. They need to be fed. So when we talk about sleeping through, we're talking about from 10, 11, 12 months and up. The way the salt works is it helps to calm and relax. And the first signs that if you've got restless kids, the ones that tend to be bouncy in the evenings, take long to fall asleep, restless in their sleep, and wake up multiple times during the night. With the absorption of the magnesium sulfate, it helps to calm and relax. It also triggers the production of serotonin, which is your happy hormone. So it puts your body into a better place. So new users of the salt, when they start using the salt, the first signs that they actually see the product is working is that the kids go down earlier and a lot easier. And then following that, within about 3 to 5 days, you start to see that if they were waking up every 3 or 4 hours, it starts to become every 5 or 6 hours, and eventually they'll start sleeping through. One of the key factors that we need to stress to see results is using the salt is not like fixing a headache. You don't take one Panado when you have a headache and then again 6 weeks' time when you have another headache. The salt needs to be used every day. It works on an absorption, and your body uses magnesium all the way through the day. With everything that you do, your body uses magnesium, especially, let me try that again, especially if you're stressed. So if you have a very stressed or anxious child, they will burn magnesium and they need to replenish those magnesium levels. So use the salt every day, follow the directions that have been given for dosages, and then also make sure that they're in the water for 15 to 20 minutes. And using that every day, we always kind of give a bit of an indication. It's not a guaranteed. Not everybody sees it, but most people see it. But in terms of sleep patterns, it's generally 3 to 5 days that you start to see a big improvement in sleep patterns. Kids that tend to be a little bit bouncy and hyped up, 7 to 14 days, you start to see a massive improvement in their behavior. And then kids that have been labeled ADHD, where a lot of the time teachers are asking them to go onto Ritalin or find alternative methods to calm them down, we've actually noticed that in 30 days, teachers are noticing a difference in the child's behavior and memory and concentration. So it carries a lot of benefits for children when it's used correctly.
Perfect. Awesome. I love that. So we've got Tsecho Fatso. Hi, I haven't seen you here for a few weeks. Network's bad, and when it's fine, you have no data. Yeah, I know the feeling. Sorry, your internet's so bad. Mine was bad yesterday. I had to call my internet provider, and they had to do port recreates and all of that. When we tested yesterday, our video wasn't quite so good, but also my kids were on the TV and playing Roblox and everything. And when that happens, then things don't work so hot. But there was also something not quite right. So at least I got mine sorted. We've got another question here from Tanya. She's not sure if she missed it. What age group can the salt be used for?
All ages. So the benefit with the salt is you can actually use it through pregnancy. It is recommended in pregnancy. You can use the Pure Time range through delivery. It's got a lot of benefits for mom and for baby, being used in labor and post-labor. And then, yes, you can use it on your newborns. We always suggest that you use the Pure Time range because it's color-free and bubble-free, and all the way up to adult. Yeah, if you decrepit and old and crippled, you're going to benefit from the salt as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Let's see. Mishka says, yes, please. Yeah, and I mean, like I say, I use it. I hid it when my sister-in-law brought the kitty calm over for me when my back was put out. I hid it, and then I put it in the bath when we were asleep. No, because I mean, they take it, they get very excited by it, and I'm like, this is mine. Anna Marie says, kitty calm also helped her son that battles to sleep. And yeah, my daughter was a terrible sleeper, and that's what I started using kitty calm for, and it did help. Okay, so I just want to pop something in the comments here for you. So this is the link to Terrific Ideas website. So if you're looking for kitty calm, you can go, or Rainbow. Is Rainbow also on that site?
No, just separate website.
Oh, okay. I don't have that website prepared. But you guys can just inbox me and I can give you the link if you want that. So if you go to the Terrific Ideas website, you can go there, you can find an agent in your area. And if you're interested in becoming an agent, I know lots of you moms are looking for ideas for making money from home. And I really, really recommend this. Like I say, my sister-in-law is doing it through my recommendation. So it's definitely something that you need to check out. So what I'd like to know now, and if anybody wants to follow Terrific Ideas, there's the handles for Instagram and Facebook for Rainbow and for Terrific Ideas. You wanted to talk to us about Play-Doh. Now, I mean, what do you ladies think of Play-Doh? And I know it's good for the kids, but getting the Play-Doh in my couch and landing up with it under my shoe and just Play-Doh bits everywhere. I know that this is not a problem that only I have, but Terry wants to share with you some reasons why Play-Doh is actually so fantastic. It's not just a toy or something fun. I mean, it is fun for them, not so much for us. But what are the benefits of playing with Play-Doh?
Okay, so like you said, Play-Doh, it is an activity. It does keep kids entertained. They do enjoy playing with it. But what a lot of parents don't understand is that it is vital for a child's development, especially in their early years. It's good for tactile and sensory stimulation, very good for hand-eye coordination with the left brain, right brain, and getting your brain to focus. They always say kids should climb trees because crossing over stimulates both sides of the brain and makes them think better and remember better. It's also really good for fine motor skills. The fine tuning of the fingers. If you can actually see adults that have underdeveloped fine motor skills. If you go to a restaurant and you listen, the ones that are clanging every time they put a fork on the plate, or if they're eating dessert and you get the clang of the spoon on the bowl, that little adjustment in not hitting the bowl is what defines good fine motor skills. So Play-Doh is really good for developing that because you're teaching the brain to think both sides. You're teaching the kids not to just work with one hand. You know, when they're in school, they write with one hand, they draw with one hand, they color in with one hand. When they carry a suitcase, they always carry it on one shoulder. So working and playing with the Play-Doh, you can teach the kids how to use both hands, and with that basically develop the strength in each hand equally and the fine motor skills that go with it. If you want, I can try and show you. It's a bit difficult because I realized just now when I was rolling on the table was moving with the camera was moving with the table. So you're going to get a bit seasick. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move back ever so slightly, and I'm going to put a board on my lap, and hopefully you'll be able to see just fine. So
any pregnant ladies with morning sickness should close their eyes.
Yeah. Okay, so to give you an idea, you can see in the Play-Doh that we supply, our colors are very bright and colorful. We do not do the boring old sort of pastel clay-based Play-Doh. This is not a clay-based Play-Doh. It's a soft, pliable, long-lasting. You can leave it out like this for a good couple of days, if not weeks, like my kids, and it'll actually still be soft and pliable when you want to use it. So what we suggest is start with small portions of dough. Try and take equal quantities, and that's also something you can teach the kids is proportioning. When you take a big ball and you get them to divide it up, try and get them to get equal parts. Try and get 2 halves. Try and get them to break it again and get equal balls, and see how far they can go without the balls getting small. They're going to get smaller because you're using less, but in equal sizes. So that's one thing you can do for the sort of hand-eye development, okay? When you've got the dough, kids tend to start with their right hand or their strong hand, their primary hand, like they do for writing and drawing. And they're going to play and they're going to roll and they're going to roll it back and forth and they're going to bend and twist and whatever, but it's always going to have strength in the right hand. But what you need to try and teach them is if they're going to roll with the right hand, get them to roll with the left hand, okay? Start one side at a time because it's like trying to do that rub your tummy, pat your head. It's a coordination thing. They are most likely not going to be able to roll both at the same time to the same thickness and length. One is going to end up in a little stubby thing and the other one's going to end up breaking off where you get that tail on the one side. So get the kids to roll it and then fold it in half and just roll it again. And this is also really good for just stimulating the blood cells or the blood vessels in their fingers and just heightens their sensory skills to feeling things. Okay. Then when you've got a few colors, you can teach them basic skills. Like if they wanted to learn how to plait hair, start with Play-Doh in front of them where they can see what's going on. Roll your 3 colors into 3 long strands and teach them to cross over. And again, in doing this, you're not just teaching them how to plait, but you're crossing the center line. You're taking from right to left, you're taking from left to right. So the brain has to think of that and balance itself. So you're teaching them, again, the split between 2 sides. Then some other things that you could do. I've got small portions here, but you can actually, what did I do with it? I left it behind. Oh, I got it. No, there we go. Sorry. You can take something like kidney beans, just your normal dry packet of kidney beans, and then take 2 colors and sort of try and roll them out maybe a little bit bigger than this, just to give you some space.
You look like you're having fun playing.
I love playing with Play-Doh. What you want to do is, why I suggest 2 colors is because you want a left and you want a right, okay? Then you're going to take some beans, put them down. You can also use small, 10 cent, 20 cent coins if you want to, and put some beans on the right-hand side. Now the trick is, and I hope you can see me in the camera, you get them to start with one hand. They've got to touch their nose, go to the left, take a bean and put it into the left, okay? Then touch their nose with the other hand, take a bean on the other side and put it in the other side. Then what you can do is you can get them to do that a few times, but just pop it on top. Don't press it in. So they've got to pick up and put down, and then they've got to start again. They go touch their nose and then push in. And every time you're doing that and touching, the eyes need to focus. They're crossing over the center line. They've got to go from the finger on the nose to then pushing into the bean, and it's a whole focus thing. So it gets their brain thinking and focusing. And then once they're done and you've got all the beans squashed in, and there's nothing wrong with actually rolling it up and letting them play with it and roll it out, and they can feel it between their fingers. It's very good for kids that are tactile sensitive. Let me just come up to here a little bit again. So really good for kids that are tactile sensitive and don't like touching things. Your Asperger's type of kids, your autistic kids, they don't like things like that. So the more you're teaching them to feel different textures mixed in, the more they're going to develop in the long run. And then, yeah, once they're done, you can basically get them to play a game. Who can find the 10 beans as quickly as possible? That one gets an ice cream if they can run to the fridge before the other sibling gets there. You know, you can just sort of turn everything into a game. Some other things that you can do is print coloring in pictures, but not fine detailed ones that are, you know, there's a snail or a fish and it's got scales, and then get them to use the Play-Doh to color in the picture. So you can take the dough, roll these long, thin little sausage things and get that to outline the outline of the fish. And then you can take little balls, get them to roll it in their hands. Again, this is a fine motor skill, getting them to learn how to roll little balls, smaller balls in their fingers, big balls in their hands, and then use that where if you push it down onto the fish and you use your thumbprint, creates a scale, and they can, you know, start putting scales down on the fish. So there's so much that you can do with Play-Doh that is fun for the kids, and 10-15 minutes every day is just going to absolutely boost their fine motor skills development. And obviously when they get to school age, you know, they're going to be more prepared, more ready to cope with what's going on.
Stunning. Wow. That was quite informative, and it was quite soothing for me watching you rolling the dough. It's just me. So Mishka says, when your husband eats it, like your husband needs some Play-Doh, definitely. Play-Doh keeps your kids busy for hours, but they're only one place they're allowed to play in. Yeah, I'm going to get to later on in this discussion. I'm going to be talking about chores, routine, and some of the rules that I've set up in my house lately. That's really, really tired me out more than normal, but it's starting to pay off. So I've been like really bummed the last 2 weeks, but I'll be talking about that later. And I think one of the important things is keeping everything in one place and having an activity area and teaching them how to pack up afterwards, so you don't get the Play-Doh stuck on your shoe and then on the carpet and in your couch and mashed up everywhere. It does take a bit of effort and time. That's someone that was.
Can I add a comment to that one quickly?
Sure.
Okay, so when you buy your Play-Doh, we give it to you in a tower. So a lot of the time when you buy other Play-Doh ranges, they come in little plastic tubs, which are great, but they're small portions. And it's individual tubs. One can end up in the kitchen, one ends up in the bathroom, and you can never keep all the colors together. So our Play-Doh comes in these little stackable towers that basically just screw together. So you get the bottom and you screw the top on, and then you screw the next one, and then it's got its lid, and voila, there's your pack that you can carry with you or just store on the shelf all in one place. Adding to this, I don't have one here, but we do our little mini towers, which are probably about 3/4 the size of this one, and they fit in your hand. They're great for little travel things. If you go to a restaurant, you can put it in your pocket. It doesn't even need to go in your handbag, but it's enough Play-Doh to keep them entertained while you're sitting at a table at a restaurant or at a friend's house or in a meeting.
Stunning. And my daughter's got one of those. I was actually trying to find it earlier on. I don't know where she put it. But the containers are very high quality. They're very sturdy. They don't break easily. It fits in nicely. I know some of the other ones, you struggle to get the lid on and off, or the lid can just pop off. And like you say, you've got like bits and pieces all over the house. And that's something that was driving me batty last year. It was the
You also use the big one as a rolling pin.
Oh, yeah. And then all the puzzles, the pieces are missing, and the Monopoly's mixed in, and So I'm really focused now on kind of keeping things more organized, decluttered, and focusing on getting the kids to tidy up after themselves and keep everything 100%, like as much as possible, because it just got too much. Oh, there, Beulah, I hope that's our name, Beulah. Her kids throw the Play-Doh inside the toilet. The variety of things that's been chucked in a toilet at my house, I don't even want to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So we got Jill saying proportioning is very important, and she loves your tips. Kayla, very informative. Mishka, Play-Doh is actually amazing. Jill's going to be playing more than her son. I must say, there's some kids things that I also play a lot. Lakin says she can watch this all day. It was really like watching you roll. It was seriously therapeutic. You should start a new thing. You just sit and play with Play-Doh on YouTube all day. So Marty loves the stackable tower. Your daughter Bongeka plays with it until it gets hard and dry. And Jill says also her daughter used to leave hers open and then it's hard. You know who was marketing your stuff really beautifully for you? My daughter. So she bought, I think it was a tower of 3 from my sister-in-law at one of the markets. And then she took it to school. And she comes home and she says, I've got an order from so-and-so and an order from so-and-so. They're going to bring it. And I'm like, well, you better get my phone and WhatsApp my sister-in-law. And she puts the order in and she takes it to school. She gets the cash. She brings the cash. I live up with my sister-in-law, so it worked really well. And then the next day, she's like, I've got an order for this one and an order for this one.
Oh, wonderful.
And I was like, well, this is on back order. And she's got her little notepad. It was quite funny. So, yeah, maybe she should be an agent, but there's probably an age limit.
She should. Good entrepreneurial skills.
Oh, no, Jill's son just went fishing in the toilet. My daughter at my parents' farm, I don't know, I heard a scream and I came running into the bedroom and then I turned and I saw her. She's stuck in the toilet. Her feet are in the toilet.
I know.
And I took my eyes off her for a second. She was right next to me. And she's like, It's absolutely terrible. I hope you got lots of hand sanitizer and stuff. Good luck, Joel. Cool. So is there anything else we need to cover on your products?
Okay, so I'd just like to mention that although we are available in certain retail outlets, we do not do big retail outlets. So you won't find either of our products in your big retail chains. You will find them in Kids Emporium stores. They stock Kitty Calm, most of the stores around the country. But the easiest way for you to get your hand on a bag of salt or Play-Doh is to actually contact one of our agents. We've got agents all over the country. On both our websites, we've got interactive maps. You can go into the map, type in your area. You can put in Midrand or Centurion or Bergfleet or wherever, and it'll zone into the agents that are nearest to you, and then you can obtain their contact details and purchase direct from the agent. That's the quickest way you'll get it, and with no delivery fees if you collect it from them. Alternatively, if there is nobody in your area or they don't have stock or you aren't prepared to drive out to them, then you can order online and we dispatch within 24 hours of receiving the order.
Perfect. I'm just going to pop your link there in the chat again. And if you're in the West Coast, not Bloberg or West Coast, that side, I'm talking West Coast. The real West Coast, Saldanha, Vredenburg, Langebaan, Veldrift, Port Owen, Jacobsbaai, St. Helena Bay area, then contact me. I'll put you in contact with my sister-in-law. She would love to sell you some stuff. Awesome. So, Terry, you're welcome to stay on for the video, but I'm sure that you've got loads that you need to do, and I'm going to be talking about lots of stuff. So, yeah.
I'm going to leave you. I do have a busy day. I do need to go and finish, but thank you very much for having me. It was nice chatting, and cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks,
awesome.
then.
Bye. Bye. Awesome. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I absolutely love Terry. I love her products. The rainbow is beautiful. The Kitty Calm's fantastic. It's also great for us moms, not just for the children. So if I buy Kitty Calm, I share with my kids. When I buy for me, I don't share. I'm very protective of my bath products. Cool. So I'm just going to take that off. I just want to remind everybody, please go to Instagram. I have not been very busy on Instagram because I've been tired most of this year and towards the end of last year. But go follow, like, share my stuff, connect with me. comment on my posts, and I'd love to chat to you there. Cool. Let's take my banner off. Oh, where's my banner? Okay. So I remember last week I shared with you about this awesome app that I found out about, Snap and Save. And there was a lot of interest in it. There's a lot of moms that are already using it. I'm just going to pop into the comments. Where's my comments? Okay, so you can sign up to Snap and Save using my coupon code MOYO. It's so strange. MOYO 010. And there's the link to sign up. So Snap and Save is a cashbacks app. So you download the app on your phone, you connect it, and then you can buy your regular products and snap your till slip and get cash back. So I have already, I just need to go check it and see what I'm doing in there. Okay, so the offers is stuff that you use every single day. So you have to go into, when you've got the app, you go into the, I can never get my phone to be seen on the screen because I've got a window in front of me here, so it just shines. So there's Slow Mag Fizzies, there is Head and Shoulders, conditioner, Pantene, Gillette, razor blades, let's see what else. I'm just going to go add more. I know this last week there was bread, milk, apples, cucumbers, toilet paper. So you go into the app and you can see all the offers. So it'll say, for example, rainbow frozen chicken livers, 250 grams, get R3.90 off. And you can go usually to any shop. There's a list of shops. Maybe it's not every shop. I'm still busy learning about it. Kayla says even diapers. Yeah, I saw wet wipes and I saw gripe water. I don't have babies anymore. I saw, I think there was a bum cream. There's pasta, eggs, plastic book covering for all the moms that are still covering books, Colgate toothpaste, Lucky Star pilchards, Glad Wrap, all the stuff that we buy all the time. And you can get cash back. So what happens is you see the offer. If you want to get the offer, you book it. And then once you press book, you've got 48 hours to claim back your thing. And there's a little section here. So you've got offers, then you've got booked. So you can click on book to see what you've booked. And then once you've claimed it back, you can go on Snap. So you do your shopping, you come back, you snap your till slip, and then you go to your wallet. And I think it takes 4 days from the time you snap until they credit it into your Snap and Save wallet. So I have gotten 80 Rand 20 back. And if you remember last week, I'd only downloaded the app and booked stuff. I hadn't even done any shopping yet. And I've got 12 Rand 60 pending approval. And I have added my bank account and I have cashed out, but it's between when I've asked them to cash out and they've put it in my bank account. So yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. And like Tanya says, once you sign up, you automatically get 5 Rand for snapping any till slip. So that is really, really amazing. And I got 10 Rand back on an 8 Rand 99 chocolate. I think that was like a special offer when we started. And as you know, I like my chocolate. So yeah, so far so good. I'm really enjoying this. Once I've used it for a little bit longer, I will go and write a review on my site. And there's also going to be a giveaway to win 500 Rand cash into your Snap and Save wallet. I can't remember what date I'm planning on publishing that, but I think it's in February sometime. I think maybe the 14th of February, or I don't know because my brain doesn't work so good on a Friday. So yeah, when I have more information on that, I will put all that information into my post and share it. Yeah. Oh, Tanya, you also got the 10 Rand on the chocolate. It's like getting a chocolate for free plus a Rand. Because I know the chocolate was 8 Rand 99 and you got 10 Rand back. So I was like, yay. And the thing is, it's not stuff that I would not normally buy. So I don't go and buy something just to get the cash back. But I definitely kind of focused on what I need to buy, I did my shopping list first, and then I went to see what I can get discount back on. And then some of the things I did change a brand. I think there was something like 3 Rand off butter. But then when I looked at the butter prices in the Checker 60 app, that brand was 80 Rand and the other brand was 70 Rand. So it wasn't really worthwhile. So it's important to kind of, play around and just see what works and what doesn't. But I mean, so far I've got 80 Rand back in a week. So Antoinette says you can use just about any retailer. She made 100 Rand just from the back to school goodies. Yeah, I'd already done all my plastic coverings and shopping and stuff. I was so disappointed because I would have gotten so much more back, which was like, oh, Kayla, they have almost everything. Yeah, and then they update it. So I've noticed, like, the one week I bought apples last week and I got my discount. And then this week I bought apples again. And I was like, yeah, let's go get my discount. And the apples are gone. But there was something else that was there. I can't remember. Mangoes. So then they had mangoes. So everything changes all the time. So you've got to keep checking it out. I'm just going to put my link in there again so you ladies can sign up using my link. The coupon code, that's for me. They've given me a special offer. Somebody said last week that they have a referral program. They used to have a referral program, but unfortunately, a lot of people were abusing it. So they actually don't have a referral program anymore. But through the campaign I'm doing, I get 5 Rand for everybody that signs up through me and snaps their first till slip. So, ladies, go sign up. But that's just for me. But I know you love me, so you'll do that for me. Rebecca, you're going to go download it. Also, just take note, the only bummer that happened with me that was a bit tricky is that when I signed up, you've got to enter your phone number in, and then they send you the one-time PIN. But for some reason, I didn't receive my one-time PIN. So I emailed them and I told them about the problem and they sent me my one-time PIN. So if you have any problem the same like that, just contact them through their website and ask them to help you with that. They were very quick and helpful when I emailed them. So if you have that problem, let me know. Mishka, you think it's going to be your favorite app? Yeah, I've really, apparently it's been around for a while and I'm like sad. I could have saved so much because I do a lot of grocery shopping. My kids eat like crazy. Jill, she loves it, always making sure that what they have and when you go shopping. And sometimes you change the brand. Yeah, same. So, I mean, obviously that's what it's about. It's about promoting certain brands and certain foods. And what I do now is I love the Checker 60 app and I love the Snap and Save app. So yesterday what I did is I arrived at the school a few minutes early to fetch my kids so I can get the parking. And I sat there and I went through my shopping list and I ordered on Checker 60. And I had both apps open at the time and I checked what I could get discount on and then I checked the prices on Checkers and I placed my order. And then by the time I got home, my order arrived within 5 minutes and I snapped my slip. Yay! It was really, really fantastic. Tanya, it's easier if you filter the items to newest so you know it's recently added on the app. Thank you very much. I have not been using it for too long, so I'm still learning all about it. So that's a great tip for me. I haven't done that before. So yeah, newest. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Marty's. Yes, support moms. Yes, support me. I get $5 for each of you that sign up using my link. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lakin. I really appreciate it. Let's just see. Is there anything else I've got here? No. Just want to see if I had anything else saved that I needed to add in. Cool. Now where am I? I'm getting all confused again. Snap and save. Okay, so I'm done with slap and save. Snap. I said slap. I said slap and save. Okay, that's so bad. Snap and save. Sorry, ladies. Okay, so what I want to talk about, kids' chores and routines. I mentioned that briefly when we were talking with Terry. So one thing, remember last year I spoke that I was so burnt out, I was so exhausted, and it was a really, really tough end to last year and actually mostly through the festive season and even into the start of the new school year. It's been really hard to recover from burnout. It's I have been recovering slowly but surely, but it's been seriously slow. And one of the things that has been bothering me is that my kids are messy. And when things are messy and you've got an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, it's often easier just to pick the stuff up and get on with your day. It's a lot less work than standing there and saying, please pick up all your clothes. And then they pick up half their clothes. And you're like, no, all your clothes. You almost have to go to each item of clothing and say, pick that up now, go put it in your cupboard, come back and wait for them and say, pick that up, go put it in the cupboard and come back. I find it intensely painful and but starting off this year, I decided that I've realized that yes, my kids have done chores, but it's been more a case of, hey, you come set the table. And they're like, why me? And I'm like, because you're standing in front of me and the table has to be set. And then they squawk and complain. And I made, at the beginning of this year, when school started, I sat down and I made a chore timetable for the first time in my life. And I've put myself on there when I'm going to do the dishes, when my son is going to do the dishes, when my daughter's going to, when my son needs to wash his own bedding. Each person's got their bedding day. Each person has a day to do all the laundry. Each person has a day to set the table and wash the dishes after supper. And it's almost like my kids didn't really do dishes. They did much lighter stuff like setting the table and clearing the table, because if they run the water, they don't do it right. And when they wash the dishes, they'll wash like the pot first and not wash it properly, and then do the glasses. And it's like you've now got spaghetti bolognese on your glass that you've just washed. And so I found it very tiring to try and manage all of this. And I decided this year I'm going to put that effort in, and I'm going to be very specific. And I'm going to, if you don't pick up all your clothes, I'm going to stand there, I'm going to call you back 50 times until you've picked everything up and until you start listening. And one of those things is organizing their toys and the Lego and everything. And what I've done now is I've actually made them help me sort out all of their puzzles, their Lego, their toy cars, everything that they have. And I've put it up in the top cupboard of their room where they can't reach it. And what I've done as well is, so if they want to play with something, I take it out, they play with it. They then put it back and give it to me, and I put it back in the cupboard so that they can't have, we just had like a Lego floor mixed with puzzle pieces and toy cars. And it would drive me crazy every day, and then I would go pick it up. And the other thing I've done is, my brain's gone blank. Oh, what I do is every morning, they've got their routine of what they're supposed to do. And if they finish and they're ready for school at a certain time, they can turn on the TV. We leave at 7 in the morning. And if they're ready at 10 to 7, they can watch TV. But now they're not allowed to just go watch TV when they're ready. They have to come to me and I have to do a check. So I smell your breath to see if you've brushed your teeth. Like my son, he always says he has and he hasn't. I check their bag is packed. I check they've got a mask ready to go to school. So they're ready to walk out the door. And I check the room. Oh, you want to watch TV? So here's your checks. We smell your breath. We check you dressed properly. I check your bag is ready. I go to your room. If your bed's not made, if there's toys or clothes on the floor, you need to do all of that. If you've left anything lying on the floor in the lounge or wherever, you haven't taken your bowl to the kitchen after breakfast, you don't get to watch TV. And I then do a check again. If you say you've taken your bowl to the kitchen, I go and I check everything. And they're slowly but surely getting it into their brains that it's a lot easier for them just to do it right the first time than have me sit there and hut on at them, for half an hour. So it's slowly turning from it being a pain in the ass for me to run around after them to being a pain in the ass for them to not listen. So slowly but surely these things are helping. And, it's things like with the Play-Doh. I didn't like Play-Doh because I'd give it to my kids to play with, and then I'd get busy with stuff. And then the next day I'd find Play-Doh stuck in all the most horrific places. That is not happening anymore because they know that if they don't pack it away, they're going to get grief from me. So I don't know, how you ladies feel about that, what you're doing at home with your kids, but I found that this has paid off It was really painful for the first week. I fell into bed exhausted every single night, but now it really is paying off. Oh, so now you ladies know what I'm talking about. Thank you for all your brilliant reviews. Can you repost the link for Amazon? I don't know which link you want for Amazon, if it's just a link to buy from Amazon, or I can do that for you. And just remember, my links are always affiliate links, and I love Amazon. So if you going through Ysense like me, and then you are buying from Amazon, please click on my link and go buy your stuff, because I earn commission if you buy anything. So here's my Amazon link. It's an affiliate link, I have to say that. Okay, so that is in the chat right now. Just waiting for that to go through. And then I've got Michelle saying, just imagine how much cash we've got back by now if we were on Snap and Save a while back. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh. Kayla, yes. And you keep repeating yourself over and over. You know, I look at my childhood. My mother would moan and complain and go on and on and on at us. She was terrible. And now the tables have turned and everything is clicking into place. I get it. Rebecca, you had your first family meeting yesterday regarding chores. Yeah, it's hard in the beginning, but it really pays off. Chores and rewards works wonders in Antoinette's family, especially with 4 children between the ages of 4 and 15. Okay, I've only got 2, and I can barely cope. And Rebecca, she drew up a chore roster for each kid for the first time this year. First week is great, but now I have to scream at them to get things done. Look, what I'm doing is I don't scream. Well, I try my best not to. But I've been, in the morning, you're not allowed to watch TV for that few minutes before we go to school until everything's done and checked. When we get home from school, there's certain things that has to be done. Their lunch boxes must be taken out. If they've left the crusts in the lunchbox, they need to take it out and put that in the bin. It's all the little things that add up. They need to take the cooling bottles out. They need to get dressed, hang up their uniforms, pack away their school bag. They need to get they need to sit, have lunch. The table must be wiped. Their plates must be taken to the kitchen. They need to wipe the table afterwards so that we can do homework on it without books getting full of food. And then only after homework is done and I do a check of the house and a check of everything, are they then allowed to use laptops. So I've done it in a way that, I mean, you don't have to do everything. We can sit the whole afternoon and I can hug on at you to do this little thing, this little thing, this little thing. And then you won't even get to use your laptop, or only for 5 minutes. Or they can just do it right the first time and go and watch YouTube or go and play Roblox. And it's slowly paying off. Marty, she says eek, or they use cold water for greasy dishes. Exactly. But look, what I'm doing now is as soon as I'm finished eating, I go run the sink of water. I'll get to them filling the sink at some stage, but for now, there's little things that I do. So, for example, the really stuck pots, that really need to scrub, I leave that aside. So I put all the dishes for them that needs to be done next to the sink, and then I leave a little gap and I put the stuff that I'm going to do. But it's about progress, slow, steady progress, and it's really, really paying off. Rebecca, the struggle is real. I know. And then the other day I had to get some work done really quickly after I got back from dropping them at school. And I said to my daughter, she's a lot better at getting things done. She's the 10-year-old than my son. And I said, could you just make sure that everything that has to be done now, my son does, just unpack his bag, get out of his clothes, make sure clothes aren't lying on the floor, that sort of thing. And an hour later she comes, she says, Mom, it must be so hard being a mom. It took an hour for me to make him do everything he's supposed to do anyway, and that he knows he has to do. And I'm like, exactly. You can relate to that, always arguing about the glasses first. Yeah, I mean, I've got a process. It's glasses, knives and forks, plates, then pots. And it's slowly but surely sinking in. It's taking a while. And Jill, the chores. You've got a 14-year-old and you have to do it over and over, and she gets upset. Oh, yeah, no. My son asked me yesterday, why do I have to do the dishes every day? I mean, he does it on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. That's it. He does kitchen duty Tuesday, Wednesday. My daughter does Thursday, Sunday. My husband does a Saturday night because he works during the week. And then I do a Monday and a Friday. And the reason why I do a Monday is because my lady comes to clean on a Tuesday. So I don't actually do the dishes. But they don't know that because they go to bed and they don't notice that. And I said to myself, but why do I have to cook every night? It's like because people have to eat. Oh, it was so bad. Rebecca, breath check. I mean, my son, I don't know what it is. I don't do a breath check with my daughter. I just say, have you brushed your teeth? And she says, yes, no. My son says, yes, I brushed my teeth. And I'm like, breath check, come here. And he blows in my face. Hasn't done it. I'm like, go brush your teeth. Then he thinks I'm not going to check again because he's gone to the bathroom. And I say, come here, breath check. But I brushed my teeth. You told me to. I'm like, let me smell. Oh, I'll do it. And he goes. And then he'll run the tap. He'll even put the toothbrush under it and tap it on the sink so that I can hear it. And then I come, I'm like, breath check. Oh, you know, and it's like, I don't know what it is about brushing teeth, but it takes teeth brushing with my son is a 20-minute ordeal every day, but he's kind of starting to get it now. Sometimes, I hope, or maybe he's just trying to fool me so he can go to not brushing his teeth. I don't know, but it appears to be getting better. Lakin, thanks for the tips. Yes, I'm learning as I go along. Candace, also do the smell the breath. Yeah, and I'm doing the reward chart as well. I've got a really nice app on my phone. I can't remember what it's called. If you're interested, I'll get that to you. And it's really nice. You get to add in stars, and you can put in a different amount of stars for each thing that they achieve. You can also add in different rewards. So you can say, like, you can get $100 if you get 200 stars, and they can cash out. It's really, really awesome, and it's working very nicely. But they're very upset this year. I've taken some of the things off of their chart that they can earn for. So, for example, making your bed and brushing your teeth. I used to give stars for brushing your teeth. Now they're very upset because they're like, why do we not earn so many stars? I'm like, because you're getting older. You should brush your teeth in the morning. It's not an achievement. It's like it's something you have to do every day. I don't get stars in the morning when I brush my teeth, you know. So I've taken some of those things off, and I've made it harder for them to earn. But yeah, I mean, that's life. It gets tougher as you get older, doesn't it? Michelle, stepping on Lego. Oh, and we got the big blocks and the small blocks, and then they're all mixed. Oh, anyway. Anna Marie, she doesn't organize the toys anymore. I just throw it all in one box. Yeah, that's what I was doing, but then that whole thing just gets tipped over, this massive box of toys, and I'm so over it. We've sorted everything, and it's got to be done properly. Lake, and you've also got 2, and they drive you insane. Yeah. Anna Marie, chores is a big issue in our house. And she tried the rewards chart thing, but it didn't work. So now she just tells them what to do. And if they don't do it, they don't get to play. Exactly, 100%. Lynn, your 8-year-old has a huge attitude every time you ask him to do something. My kids did do that, but on my reward chart, I can also deduct stars. So if they give me attitude, I'm like, well, that's -5. Chores is something you just have to do. You live in this house, so you have to do your bit. Jill, you love my daughter. I mean, she came to me, she was like, this is impossible. How do you do it, Mom? And I'm like, I don't know. Candace also tries not to scream. She just lets her daughter know stars will be coming off soon. So no reward at month end. Oh, they're already fighting, so I have a chart for kindness and helping one each other. Yeah, you know, we were talking about kids fighting earlier, and I mean, it just does my pip in. What I do now is I deduct stars for fighting and, you know, talking ugly to each other, and for my son giving my daughter a clap. Oh, Rebecca, you can always bargain with screen time. I do allow screen time on school days, but it's not a lot of screen time. and it is only once everything has been done to my satisfaction. So there we go. Michelle Turk. Yeah, I mean, it's like they got to do dishes 2 days in a row. And, they're doing the dishes after supper. So what I do is all the lunchbox dishes, all the bottles, all the lunch, everything, all my dishes usually from cooking, most of them, except for the pan that the food is in when I dish up. I do all of those dishes before supper. So after supper, all they have to do are the plates, the glasses, the knives, and the forks, maybe a pan if it's not too grimy, and they're like, I have to do the dishes every day. It's like, when you do the dishes every day, it takes me from doing the dishes 3 times a day to twice a day, because you are doing that a little bit after supper. But I'm not trying to give them too much. I'm just trying to get them in a routine and do more, and then I'm going to build on it. So, yeah. Serena, your son is the same at only 3 years old. Oh, yeah, it's... Anna Marie, you feel my pain. Your son used to just put the toothpaste in his mouth until you found out about it. Yeah, my kids went to my parents during the school holidays for a week. And I've spoken about this before. But it was only after 4 days I thought, oh, I've got to tell my parents to watch him when he brushes his teeth. And I phoned my dad and I said, listen, is Scalp brushing his teeth? Yes, he says he is. Oh, dear. He said, are you watching him? He said, no. I said, Dad, watch him every morning, every night. You take him to the bathroom by his ear and watch him brush his teeth. Turns out my son hadn't brushed his teeth the whole time. And when I confronted him, he says to me, I asked Granny for toothpaste and she wouldn't give me any. That's his way. I'm trying to get out of it. I'm like, that's a lie. It's a downright lie. Yeah, no, very, very bad. Mishka, she confiscates her daughter's phone and she acts like she's about to die. Yeah, I mean, all I say now is, do you hear that? And I only had to say that once. The first time I said it, do you hear that? And they're like, what is it? I'm like, it sounds like flapping. And they're like, what? What is that? I'm like, it's the screen time flying out the window. So all I have to do now is, do you hear that? I hear something. And then they're like, run, and they pick up this stuff. And it's like, yeah, you take the phone or the laptop or the TV away, and they like melt on the ground. Where do my kids watch TV? I think the problem is that my daughter has a TV in my room. We have a TV in our lounge, but it's not working anymore. We had a TV box that connected it to the internet, and the TV box is dead. So, yeah, it's just not working. And then we've got a TV in my bedroom. But they don't get to watch it all the time. They only get to watch it for a short period every day. Candace, they get on each other's nerves, as my daughter's a madam, 8 years old, little lady, and her nephew's 4, wants to play with her, play her games and get bossy. Yeah, the dramas. And then in the morning, we have a lift club with my nephew, and he is 7. And then every morning there's a fight because nobody wants to sit in the middle. So we have to have middle turns. And I've also started a who gets the bag out the boot first, because the 2 boys get out the car and they take my daughter and they shove her. And then they wrestle each other to get first. And I'm like, anybody that shoves or wrestles or gets rude or pushes in the morning gets last bag out for a week. I mean, it's like these stupid little things we have to do to keep ourselves sane. It's absolutely bad. Kayla, my son is too much. Yeah. Oh, no. It's very, very bad. Candace, the flapping, you love that. No, you have to use it. And they get so angry. They're like, oh, when you say, I hear something. And they're like, oh, you're so stupid, Mom. Joel, she's got a TV in her room. Oh, no. I know lots of kids have got TVs in rooms. I will never do that because I won't see them. They'll just be square eyes all day, and I think that'll be really hard to manage. We have a TV in our bedroom, so they sit in our room and watch TV, and then when my husband gets home, I kick them out. So, yeah. So that's everything on chores and routine. Let's see what banner I've got next. Oh, should we do a giveaway now? Let's do the marshmallow pop. The marshmallow, not marshmallow pop, the marshmallow Kitty Calm refill and trio rainbow. That is the pink one. Let's just see. You're way too funny. No, but this is the shit we all have to put up with every day. So, Candace, I don't believe you've ever won anything from me. So, Candace Scorgi, I don't know how to pronounce your surname. Please pop me an inbox message on my Facebook page with your email address. You have won the Marshmallow Kitty Calm Refill and the Trio Rainbow. If you don't inbox me, I'll come and find you a little bit later. Cool. Banners. What am I going to next? I've done Snap and Save. Okay, so we were talking about Play-Doh earlier on, and I think I got some Play-Doh, like the brand Play-Doh. Just open this up. So I've got a delivery that came, and I've been saving it for today. Just on the Play-Doh, there's a competition. You can win Play-Doh prizes. I'm just going to pop that in. I published a press release on my website about imaginative play and Play-Doh, which is really, really relevant to what we were talking about earlier on. So you can check that out. And you can share your Froggy Dough creation using the hashtag Play-Doh Challenge 22 and tag Play-Doh. And I think you can, I don't know too much details about the giveaway, but you can probably find it on the Play-Doh website. And you can win cool stuff, cool Play-Doh prizes. So let's see what this is. Let's see who this is from. Atmosphere. I'm assuming this is Play-Doh because I know they said they were going to send me something. Play-Doh. Linhay Salmon. Shaping Imagination. So that is the drop that comes with the press release I did. I'm trying to save my ribbon. My daughter loves ribbons. Cool. So let's see what we got in here. So you can have a look. Excuse my messy desk. I am a messy person. Oh, so we've got Play-Doh. I don't know if that's all shiny or not. 4 different colors. I've got a little pamphlet on the Play-Doh challenge. I think I need to move my screen. And I've got, look at this, Skulk, my son. Can you spell your name using Play-Doh? Oh, that's so cool. Another Play-Doh challenge. Oh, create a fun home for your froggy. So you create a Play-Doh froggy, and I've got a little place for my froggy to live. Learn to count with Play-Doh. So you make little bowls and some numbers, really relevant to what Terry was talking about. And this one is, okay, so you need to color in the rocket. This is so in line with what Terry was talking about earlier on. Awesome. And I think there's something else in the bottom here. Oh, not really. Just some pretty paper and things. Cool. So this is going to be awesome. My kids are going to have so much fun with this, and I'll be overseeing it and making sure that they pack away, tidy up. Ooh, and don't keep Play-Doh on the floor and shove it down my couch, because that will just suck. Awesome. Jacqueline, wow, you're lucky. Yes, yay. Awesome. Zavini, your son has been nagging for Play-Doh. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. Kayla, unboxing is so satisfying. Yeah, and now I leave my unboxings for my live videos, so they sit there for Friday mornings. So it's like, it's a nice treat. Oh, awesome. Okay. So where's my, I've got to take that comment off so I can put my banner on. Okay, let's cross off Play-Doh. Okay, so remember a while ago I did an unboxing of Hader Labo Tokyo products. My husband stole some of it. I told him I'd give him the one if he left everything else alone. But now this morning I wanted to use the products and show you everything in the video. but it looks like he's stolen my favorite one. And he's stolen the, what did he take? So this is the Super Hydrator lotion. Really, really divine. I've just published a review yesterday on my website with a giveaway. There was a second one of these, the red one, that is missing, my absolute favorite, and I think he took it. There's also the eye and mouth cream for wrinkles, because I'm getting lots of little wrinkles around here. And then, yeah, so it's those two that I can't find, and I think he's nicked it. So my husband loves skincare products. I shared about that in my review. And I even put in there that I gave him the one cream in exchange for leaving the rest of my stuff alone. I'm going to have a talk with him because I think he's got it. The Oval V-Lift Hydro Cream. And I mean, the packaging is so beautiful and shiny. And then there's the Skin Plumping Gel. Oh, it's so shiny. Can't really see it. And then the Anti-Aging Day Cream. The Anti-Aging Day Cream, this is the one my husband loves the most. And this is the one I said he can keep if he leaves everything else. And there's two missing. Anyway, I'm going to have to talk to him about that. This is the Skin Plumping Gel. It's really, really amazing. It is specifically for anti-aging and plumping up your skin. And after using it for a month, I can really see a good difference. And then this is my favorite, the Oval V-Lift Hydro Cream. I use this one at night, and it makes such a difference. And this is the product, the ingredient that is like the key ingredient of their product, and I don't even know if I can say this properly, is super hyaluronic acid. And when you're young and, you know, beautiful, your body produces loads of it. But as you get older and with sun exposure, your body produces less and less. And what this does is it kind of locks in the moisture. So it's specifically for hydration and dry skin. And this, it's super high quality, absolutely premium stuff. And I've done a review on my website. And you can also win a hamper for yourself of the full range of products. They are now available at Clicks. And I'm just popping the link into that competition in the comments. Okay. Yeah, Michelle says those products look awesome. Zarina says pretty packaging. I unboxed it live in one of my videos, and when I opened it, you can see like there's a lot of red in this, and it came in this beautiful red packaging. It was so striking and beautiful. If you go and look at my review, you'll see what it looked like when it was in the box. It was absolutely divine. Kayla, oh, I can never say that word. Yeah, when I'm live, like my tongue gets all twisted and it becomes harder for me to say stuff. So I don't have a banner for Heida Labo Tokyo products. Okay, well, it's fun. I didn't make a banner for that. I'm sorry. I should have, and I didn't. Joel, wow, it's amazing. Hyaluronic acid is very good for the skin. I know you didn't spell it correctly, which made it even harder for me to pronounce it this time. Really, it's Hyul. No, you spelled it right. My brain is just not working. It's just me. I just can't pronounce it. Sorry about that. No, you're laughing at me. Cool. And then there's other competitions. So happy event. There's still a happy event body butter competition going on. Let me put that in the comments quick. So there's the link to win. So you can win 6 of these happy event body butters. It is absolutely divine. I've been using it every single day because I've got 6 of them myself. Absolutely fantastic, from head to toe. It's perfect. It's divine. And then I've got, give me a second. Okay, I forgot about bringing this over here. So there's a Nova chocolate hamper giveaway on my website, and it's a full hamper of products. You get 11 chocolates of this size. They are 100 grams. And I mean, talk about pretty packaging. But these are empty boxes because I ate them all. This is my favorite Mr. Mint. Absolutely divine mint chocolate. And it's sugar-free, gluten-free chocolate, perfect for diabetics. So you can run their full range of flavors in the 100 grams, and then 6 of the flavors in the smaller boxes, which is 40 grams. It's just so beautiful. And it includes white chocolate baking buttons and milk chocolate baking buttons, which I ate. I ate most of it instead of cooking with it. Dark chocolate baking buttons, and a thing of hot chocolate. But the hot chocolate is in my cupboard downstairs, so I'm not going to fetch that now. So yeah, loads and loads and loads of chocolate. The only difference is my hamper is the baking buttons are 500 grams. The one in the competition, exactly the same hamper, but the baking buttons are 150 grams. So I don't think I put the link to that in the comments yet. So if you want to enter that, I mean, it is such an amazing hide the chocolate. No, we ate that chocolate all the way through the festive season, and it's sugar-free, a lot healthier than normal chocolate. And you would think that sugar-free chocolate doesn't taste so good, but they are absolutely delish. Like I said, the baking buttons, Rebecca, those baking buttons are her favorite to snack on. I had to, we ate the whole packet until there was like a cup left, and then I made some muffins with them. It was so bad. I was like, I've got to bake with this because I'm actually running a campaign. I can't just eat them out the box. But they were so delish, absolutely delish. Cool. And I've also shared some recipes, but you can access that through the review where you enter the competition. So I did chocolate muffins, and I did chocolate button cookies. It was really, really cool. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Okay. Let's see what else I've got. Ooh, period panties from Amazon. I don't know if you ladies remember, but my daughter's 10, and I've been sharing a lot about how I have been trying to prepare her for the inevitable, which is going to be periods coming up. So I bought some booklets from Barely Parenting, which was on periods and on boundaries and, for your body boundaries. And I also got a beautiful period kit from Luna and Jelly, which is, it's got like pads. It had booklets as well, personalized letters. It had a little bean bag, that you put in the microwave for period pains. Oh, the most beautiful stuff. There's a review on my website for that. And the last thing I wanted to get is period panties. Boop, boop, boop. I bought them from Amazon and they arrived. So the thing with period panties, a lot of people have been asking me, but, do you wear it in place of pads? Isn't it gross? I think that's pretty gross. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear period panties where you just wear the panty and that prevents, it absorbs the blood and stuff. I'd rather use a tampon or a pad. What these panties are for is, I don't want my daughter starting a period for the first time at school and bleeding through her clothes. She's not going to recognize the signs that a period is starting. Maybe it's the beginning of a class and she's got 45 minutes to go. And, what I want to do is I want her to wear these panties every day at school or when she's out, as a just added protection. So if she starts, she doesn't bleed through. And she's got time to get to the bathroom, to put a pad on and not to be embarrassed or feel uncomfortable. So, you know, those first few months of having your period, or maybe even the first year, it's not regular. So there's people next door. That's interesting. Yeah, so that's basically what I wanted. And I searched online in South Africa for period panties that were pretty and not too expensive, that were going to fit the job and, you know, and do what I wanted to do. And I didn't find anything that looked great and was, you know, a reasonable price. I think the cheapest ones I found, they're working outside. I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise happening going on there. Yeah, the cheapest ones I found, I think, were 250 Rand a pair. Now, I bought this pack, I'm just going to open it up, from Amazon, and the total, including delivery and import taxes, was $37. So it works out to a total of 560 Rand for 4. So it's just over 100 Rand a pair. Oh, look, it comes in a nice little bag, so she can use this to put any swirled panties in. Okay, they look quite big. I bought the smallest ones I could find, the extra smalls. So as you can see, it's got this extra padding. I'm just going to turn them inside out. It's got that extra padding on the inside, and you can feel that there's a bit of something in there, so that prevents leaks. So she'll be able to wear this to school, be comfortable, and not have to worry about starting her period. And I wanted to buy these. They've got really, really cute ones, you know, really pretty ones. But she said, I'm a big girl, I just want plain black. So it's a pack of 4. So yeah, she's going to get this when she gets home. And from next week, she can start wearing them to school. And it's going to make her feel safer. And me as a mom, it's going to make me feel safer. So what I'm going to do, if anybody wants to buy those, I'm going to pop this in the comments. Okay, let's see. Jacqueline, yes, we don't want that for our girls. Yeah, I mean, I remember there were some girls. I think there was a girl that started when I was at school, and she started her period at school. She not only bled through her clothes, she didn't even know what a period was. So she hadn't been prepared at all for it. She didn't have a pad or a tampon or anything. She didn't even know why she's bleeding, and it's, you know, it's awful. Serena, you wonder what these panties are for. Look, a lot of them market themselves as a panty that you can wear in place of anything else. So you just put that panty on, you wear it the whole day and wash it. But to me, it's just, Jacqueline, yeah, we don't want that for our girls. I'm killing you with the unboxing. Yeah, sorry. I love doing unboxings. As Serena, those first few years can be daunting when you're young, especially with leaks. Yeah, and I mean, you're at school, and school children are brutal. You know, if you just have to bleed through your clothes once and have a little red spot on your dress, and you're not going to live that down until you're like out of school, you've matriculated and you've left. Everybody will remember that. Oh, that's me. That's where you buy it from, Amazon. Cool. So the link is there. It is an affiliate link. So if you buy those through my link, I will earn commission. Delivery didn't take too long. I think I ordered it 2 weeks ago. And it did say that they were waiting on stock. So it was longer than usual. Usually it gets delivered within about 3 days when I order from Amazon. I absolutely love Amazon. And also what I like is that there are so many reviews. So you can go and see exactly what people have said. And there's also verified reviews. So lots of people can review, anyone can review a product, but the people that have bought it and reviewed it, they show up as a verified comment. So, you know, you can see who's actually bought it. Some people have bought things, take photos of the product, of them wearing it, not so much with panties, but like with a dress or a shirt or something, you know, so you can actually see it. And I really, really love that. Cool. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, so my last thing, and after I've done this, I will add I will announce the winner for the second KittyCom giveaway. So making money with online surveys. I've shared about this over and over again, and I'm just going to grab my okay, so here's my review on YSense. This is making money through online surveys and playing games. And I'm just going to add another link in here, tips to earn more through YSense, because I've learned a lot since writing that review. And that's how to basically, what are the things you can do to earn more and to increase your earnings through YSense. I don't know if this link came up on the website. Colleen says, in your days, 60 years ago, you weren't even told about periods. I mean, I don't understand how that is just awful. So, I mean, I've been preparing my daughter for months now about this. She's 10 years old. I don't know when it's going to start. Michelle, your first period was terrifying. You thought you were dying. Oh, it's awful. Kayla, I wish we had those back in the day. Yeah, when we were at school, those would have been fantastic. I remember that feeling when you're sitting in class and you can just feel that gush and think, oh, you put your hand up like, can I go to the bathroom? And the teacher's like, what for? And it's like, I got to go, dude. Just let me go. So, awesome. Okay, so there are the links to my review and to make more money with YSense. And then where's my link to sign up to YSense? Oh, if you just want to sign up directly to YSense, I'll talk a little bit about it now. Oh, I'm making such a mess of my stuff here. Give me a second. Okay, so how I paid for these period panties is I didn't pay cash out of my bank account in South Africa. I earned the money for this through YSense, through doing surveys, referring people, and playing games. So this didn't really hurt when I bought it. So when I buy stuff from Amazon, I usually do it via cashing out from YSense with an Amazon gift card. Also, I shared, was it last week or the week before, that you can only cash out through Amazon via $5 gift cards. And then you can only cash out twice a day. So I had to cash out twice a day for a number of days. And then after I'd cashed that all out and made my purchase, I see there's different options. So you can cash out $5, I think $15, $50. I'm such a twit. But you can learn through my mistakes. So, yeah. Making money through YSense, I really, really love it. I complete surveys. I earn in dollars. I will share my screen. I'll share my screen. Let me go share screen. I can't share my screen because I'm not in there. Let me just go into YSense. Now I can share my screen because I have a screen to share. Chrome tab. Okay, so just to sum it up, I've been with YSense since 2015. When I first joined, I thought it sucked and that it was a time waster because I tried and I tried and I tried to do surveys and it just kept booting me out saying I didn't qualify. So I left YSense and I didn't go back to it until about 2017, and only because people were telling me you can make money with YSense and that I need to go back and give it another go and try a little bit longer and harder, and I did. And I slowly but surely started qualifying for surveys. And the more I qualified for, the more I was able to qualify for. But even from 2017 up until November last year, I mean, I'd log in maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks when I remembered and do one or two things. And I was averaging about $10 a month on YSense that way. But then in November last year, I had quite a lot of people asking me questions. How much can you earn with YSense? Now, logging in once every 2 weeks is not going to show you how much you can earn with YSense. So in mid-November last year, I decided I'm going to log in every day. I'm going to try as hard as I can to do everything and anything I can when I have spare time. And I earned, for the first time ever in YSense, $48 in November. And that's through only putting in a full effort from mid-November. In December, I earned, you can see here, $120.80. This month so far, I've earned $147.05. That is more than 2,000 Rand. And I've got available balance 66 Rand 60 cents. So once you've signed up, you click on complete surveys over here, and that'll show you the surveys that are available right now. They come up over here. So there's actually none available because I checked earlier on before the live and I was in there. So there's nothing available here. You've also got offers over here. And these offers, I don't really do much here because it says purchase a 3-year plan and get 3 months free. I'm not a fan of buying something, having to pay, and then earning money back. That's not my modus operandi. But there are some offers. You can see the YSense offers, One Ads, Review, and all the different ones. You can click on all of these and go through and see what you can qualify for. But some of them, for example, like Review over here, there are surveys you can do within the offers. So I avoid most of the offers, but you can see here, these are all surveys you can do to earn a little bit of income. So I do offers, but in that. And then the other thing I do is, and you can't really see that in here, I see that on my app, but you can play games for money, which I really like. I download the apps I can earn for, I put it in a folder, I give my kids my phone, and I'm like, you can play the games in that folder. And ching ching, they earn money for me. Cashing out. Oh, the next thing I want to show you before I show cash out, here is your affiliate link over there. And you can get all your affiliate information in this tab over here. So you can share the link and you can tell people about it, and you can earn affiliate income if they sign up through you. Only if they're active, obviously. If they don't earn money, you don't earn money. And then cashing out, you can cash out. There's 3 ways I recommend, and that is Amazon gift card, Payoneer, and PayPal. So Amazon is over here. You can cash out in $5 and $10, $15, $50, $100, or $500. Congratulations, Lynn. You didn't have to cash out $5 twice a day for 5, 6, 7 days to buy something from Amazon. I feel so silly. And then you can also cash out via PayPal. And you have to have a minimum of $10 before you can cash out to PayPal. And then you can also cash out via Payoneer. And you have to have a minimum of $52 to cash out via Payoneer. So I've tried all 3 of those and they work beautifully. I just want to go back to cash out. There's one here called Skrill. Don't do Skrill. I did Skrill. I don't know if it was through this or through somewhere else, but I cashed out something like $50, which should be 750, 800 Rand. And they gave me like 130 Rand or something ridiculous. And when I asked them about it, they would only say, we deduct fees, transaction costs. It's like, so does Payoneer and PayPal, but it's a small amount. You don't take like 90% of my earnings and then give me a copy-paste response where you don't care. And they didn't answer my questions. Steam, I'm not really familiar with Steam. This, I think, is Dutch, and I think this is Italy, and that's euros. And then there's Amazon DE, probably Dutch, Amazon UK, and then ES, I don't know what that is, Europe, and Amazon Italy. So those don't apply to us. So when I buy things from Amazon, I usually do it through my YSense earnings, through cashing out gift cards. So it doesn't hurt as much, which is really cool. So I'm going to stop sharing over there. And I've shared all my tips and what you need to watch out for in YSense. It's not going to make you rich overnight, but for me, it's a really cool sort of way to supplement my income. I absolutely love it. It's not for everyone. Some people find it really dreary and a pain in the butt. Check it out. If you don't like it, it makes sense. But for me, I'm really enjoying it. Jacqueline, you're doing very well. I know. Jill is loving YSense. I'm seeing all of your comments on my posts when I share my earnings and, updates about everything. So yeah, I'm glad that you are really, really liking it. Kayla, I found that I complete more surveys during the night and early parts of the morning. I did 4 this morning around 2. Well, you see, here's the interesting thing, and I've often found that as well, is that Y-Sense is a foreign site. So when you look at your earnings for the day, you'll see that your day on Y-Sense comes to an end at 10 a.m. every day. So the people that work at Y-Sense are probably uploading the surveys while we're sleeping. So that makes 100% sense. I found that as well. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Bongeka, Y-Sense is nice and addictive. It totally is. Tanya's nearly on $50. Woohoo! That is awesome. That first $50 is fantastic. And then I hope you're going to cash out via Payoneer. I love Payoneer. Candace, you were playing while you were in meetings this morning. Don't tell your boss. Cool. Nabila, you're stuck on a word search game on Y-Sense. I haven't seen the word search. Oh, I have seen that, but I think my kids have capped that one, so I'm on another one now. It's also a word game. I can't remember what it's called. Colleen, you joined Y-Sense last week and you're on about $3 now. That's fantastic. If you joined last week, the beginning, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks are really painful and not very easy, because they kind of, the more you complete and the more you qualify for, your trust factor goes up. So you should very soon be seeing a big increase. Also, they didn't have a lot of stuff over December, January because companies are closed. So it's picking up now. Lynn says you finally started getting more surveys. Yay! I was excited. It's probably a combination of doing more surveys and being more active and, you know, being a longer term member, as well as the fact that there are more surveys. Antoinette, you're awesome. You've been following my blog and site for a year now, and everything I review and show us is relevant. 100%. I'm glad you're enjoying my blog. I love my blog. Colleen, how would I find auto spins? Okay, so auto spins, if you go into the app, I don't know if you've got the Y-Sense app, but you must have the app and you must access it on the website because there's different stuff available. Even the surveys, some are only available on the app and some are only available on the website and some are available on both. So when you open the app, you come up on your, you can't see it, your surveys page. And click on Discover at the bottom right. And once you're on Discover, you click on the top right, which is Playtime Rewards. And what's going to come up now is a list of all the, you see, I can never show my screen. It's a list of all the games you can download to earn, to play to earn. Okay, so look for, there's 3 or 4 games in there. But the games change. So sometimes they're on there and then they get removed and then they get new games. But the 3 games with auto spun that I found was Coin Master, Pet Master, and Dice Streams. And what that means is you've got to either throw the dice or you've got to spin the thing, the thing. It's almost like a slot machine. You've got to spin the slot. And what I do is you can put it on not a super spin. I don't know, like you can spin once at a time, or you can super spin it. I don't know what the word is on the app, but just call it super spin. You can like make it 3 spins at a time. So whatever you spin and you get in that spin, they're multiplied by 3. So I always leave it on 1. And if you push your finger on the button and you hold it down, it puts it on auto spin. So you get paid to play for a certain amount of time on the game. So obviously, if you do 3 spins at a time, you won't be able to play for that long because then you've got to wait for more spins, and that takes a bit of time. So I put it on 1 spin at a time. I put it on auto spin, and then I put it next to me on the desk while I'm working. And every now and then, you've got to click on something. So I work, and I look at my phone every now and then and click on it. But it just sits on auto spins next to me. So those are Coin Master, Dice Streams, and Pet Master. And I think there's a couple of other games you can do that with as well. I think it was a slot machine one or something. And then, you're not sitting playing all the time. So I do that while I'm working, and then my kids get home. The games you actually have to do stuff with and play, I give to them. And then it's really, really easy. Nabila will double check my surveys. The more you check in, the more you get. There's surveys that only need a certain amount of people, and they go quite quickly. So if you don't check in regularly, you miss those surveys. Jacqueline, you want to do this someday when you've got a computer and Wi-Fi. Yeah, I definitely find that Wi-Fi helps. There's a promotion going on right now in YSense rewards section. Oh, I haven't seen that. I'll go and check it out. Jill, you're doing a survey on the side while watching the live. That's the way to do it. Yeah, I find also sitting in the car waiting for my kids. It's a great time to do surveys. Child labor, yeah, definitely. But it's a win-win. I don't let my kids touch my phone normally. But since I saw the games on YSense, I'm like, yeah, take my phone. You're only allowed to play games in that folder. So they're happy, I'm happy. Kayla, double payout for each game. Oh, yes, I saw that. I just saw that now. So right now, if you play games, for every new game you download, you get double rewards. I don't know if it's for the old games, but yeah. Nabila, yeah, stay away from Scroll. I mean, look, I've only used them once, so I don't know if it was a once-off stuff up or not. But for me, it's like if you're going to risk someone taking 90% of your earnings, especially when it's something like YSense, you work so hard to get that surveys done, and to, you don't earn a huge amount of money every day on YSense. So I think, it'll take me a week or more to earn $50 on YSense, and then they basically take it all. And they didn't even address my problem. So don't do that. Nabila will also check out the surveys at night. Yeah, definitely. Tanya, you on? Is this you again? I think you already put that. Or am I going again on the same comments? I don't know what I'm doing. Michelle, you're going to join YSense. Yeah, definitely. Give it a go. And like I say, it's going to be frustrating in the beginning. It's not easy when you first get started. It's quite frankly a pain in the ass. But if you kind of get through that initial thing where you get booted out of almost every single survey you do for the first 2-3 weeks, you'll start qualifying at some stage, and then it will build on itself. So yeah, Colleen, you're going to give it a go. Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, 2,000 Rand a month extra in my spare time, it's not bad at all. And like I say, you can refer people and then earn a little bit extra, and it takes a while also to build referral income. But when it does, it starts generating some nice residual income. Kayla, thanks for introducing YSense. It's a time killer and very beneficial in the long run. Yeah, it definitely is. Awesome. So, and I want to find, if anybody has any questions about YSense, just pop it in the comments and I'll address it. My winner for the Blueberry Pop Kitty Calm and the, what is it called? Triple Rainbow is Colleen Perro Hogan. Pop me an inbox message on my Facebook page with your email address, and then I will connect you with Terry so that she can arrange delivery of your prize. Awesome. I just want to see if there's any more questions. Michelle Turk, Onset Insight also pays cash for surveys. Ooh, Michelle, when last have you cashed out with Onset Insights? Because I was with them for a number of years and I earned a little bit of money here and there from them. And then suddenly they didn't pay out and they had some huge problem on their website. I emailed them. They didn't get back to me. I inboxed them on Facebook. They ignored me. And then they sent me an email saying I must tell them how much money I've got in my savings, like in my wallet with them. And I must tell them how many surveys I've done in the last year. And I'm like, I don't know. I know I had money owing, but I don't know what. I don't keep a note of it in my back pocket. And then, they didn't cash out, and they didn't come back to me or anything like that. So I have not gone back to Onset Insight. And I even I wrote a positive review about them ages ago. And then after that whole drama, I went on my site and I updated my thing saying until they actually pay out and get their shit together, my review's negative because they have not been paying. They didn't pay out for a year and a half. So I'd be very interested to know if they are now paying out and if they sorted out all that stuff. So that was really, really terrible. Nabila, you're going to be making dough for your son today. Awesome. Yeah, I shared that Play-Doh recipe on my blog a couple of days ago. So yeah, enjoy that. Michelle, something happened on their side. I think that's bad. Yeah, so I don't know what happened, but I couldn't cash out for a year and a half. And then I gave up and I sent them a stinker of an email. And I told them when they sort their shit out, they can tell me, and then I can come and cash out and I can check everything's in order and I can update my review back to a positive one. And they didn't even reply to my email. You know, and the thing is, I wrote a nice review on them, and I don't think they've got an affiliate program that I know of. So it was just a nice review I wrote. And I had to change it to a negative one because, the thing is, I can't refer you guys to something if it doesn't pay out, and it wasn't paying out. I'd hate that somebody saw my positive review, signed up, and then went there and couldn't pay out. That would make me feel awful. You haven't been active for a while. You were diagnosed with cancer and you're doing chemo, and you're paid out twice before. I'm so sorry to hear about your cancer, and I hope that the chemo is going. I mean, I can't say well. Chemo is not pleasant, but I hope it's going as good as it can be. You were paid out twice before. I mean, I've been with YSN surveys, I think before I was I've been with Onset Insight even before I was with YSN. And I was paid out loads of times over a long period of time. And then there was some cuck that went down, and so I don't know. Yeah. Colleen, awesome. Yay, congratulations. You are going to, if you haven't tried Kitty Calm before, you are going to love it. And the rainbow is fantastic. Michelle, awesome. It is an absolute pleasure. Cool. I think that's all for today. I wish everybody has a fantastic weekend. I don't know about you ladies, but I'm bummed. I'm looking forward to just like lying around and doing nothing. You remember last week I spoke about the Malva pudding I was going to make? I made it. It came out really nice. It was a nice pudding. I really, really enjoyed it, but it wasn't quite how I think a Malva pudding should taste. It was almost the same, but not quite the same. Anyway, I'll put the recipe up on my blog. It did come out really nice. My family loved it. So I'll share that as soon as I'm not so tired, maybe Sunday or something. And then this weekend, I think I'm going to try and make a peppermint and marshmallow tart. Never eaten it before, but my husband has been harassing me for about 5 years. He wants me to make this pineapple and marshmallow tart. I found a recipe during the week, so I'm going to give it a go, see what it's like. And if it's good, I'll share the recipe. Cool stuff. Michelle, you love Malva pudding. Oh, so do I. And this was almost like a normal Malva pudding, but not quite the same. So I don't know why, but I've never made it before. This was my first one, but it was tasty, so I'll share it. Cool. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.